I'm so sorry. I felt so bad for this lady because she don't even know me. Like, we just met and I just fainted into her. Like, I was like, I am so sorry. Hey guys, it's your girl Tariana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's slushy season. I started working for Foster Farms about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it been 2 weeks. It been 2 weeks that I've been working for Foster Farms. So basically, like 2 months ago, for March, it was like in the beginning of March, about a month after I applied at Foster Farms online or whatever, I got this email saying, you know, I'm moving forward in the hiring process and I have a tour and, you know, I had to do my drug test and all that. So I did that and I went and did both of my tours, the first tour and then the first tour was at 5 in the morning. Yes, 5 a.m. And then after that tour, I had to do another tour. I had to do basically like 2 more tours. So a week later, I did my tours. And then I got this offer letter. It says, I'm pleased to offer you employment at Foster Farms for the Cutter Packer fillet night. So basically, I work from 12:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning, Monday through Friday. Yes, exhausting, but the money is good. So basically, I got my offer letter, and that was March 27th. I got my offer letter, and then I was told my orientation day was Monday, March 30th, 2020 at 7:50 a.m. Okay, then, so after the offer letter on the 27th, I got another email from the hiring manager, and she was like, oh yeah, she ended up messaging me the very next day. It was like, hi, orientation for Monday, March 30th, 2020 has been canceled until further notice. I will reach out once we have an official date to proceed with orientation. Thank you for understanding. And that's when the whole coronavirus and everything started breaking out, and I already knew that they was going to end up canceling orientation. So I was like, okay, thank you. And then it went silent for a long time. Like, I think like 2 weeks had passed, and I was like, come on, like they didn't reschedule orientation. Like, what's going on? So I ended up messaging the other hiring manager at the Belgravia plant, and I was like, you know, orientation over here got canceled at the Cherry plant. Like, is there a way that I could do orientation at y'all plant and y'all just transfer me over? Because my sister had applied at Belgravia plant. That's where I originally applied, at Belgravia plant, but I got an offer at Cherry. So that was the first offer I got, so I just took it over there. So like 2 weeks later or a week later, my sister applied, got her call back, and she ended up started working before me. So I was like, yeah, can I transfer over there? So after I messaged her, it was probably like the next day or the day after that, I got a call from yeah, I got a call from Miss Yang, and she's the hiring manager for a Cherry plant. And she was like, sorry. She was like, if you're still interested in the job, give me a call back. So I gave her a call back, and she was like, I'm so sorry about orientation being canceled. Orientation was on April 10th. So I went in, I did orientation. They gave us a packet and stuff, and they said we have to do everything online, and we have April 12th to finish everything. It's a 4-hour orientation online, and we have to finish everything or we can't come to work. So mind you, my birthday is April 13th, and me and my friends at the time, I'm not friends with everybody anymore, just one person. But anyway, me and my friends at the time got an Airbnb for my birthday, and for the weekend, that was the weekend of my orientation and everything, and all that stuff went down. Whole bunch of drama that I'm not gonna get into. It went down, and I had orientation the last morning of the Airbnb. So I woke up at about 8 in the morning. Yeah, I set an alarm. I woke up at 8 in the morning. All this drama still going on, but I'm like, I'm gonna get my coins, period. I'm gonna get my coins. People mad, whatever, it don't matter. I'm gonna get my coins. So during orientation, I did everything, but I couldn't log into my account to do the training. So I went back and forth, and I was just texting her, you know. I said, I'm trying to log in and do my last step to do my training and test, which is not letting me log in. And then I sent her the picture that it kept saying. And she was like, I don't see any images. Try logging out and back in again. So basically, I kept telling her, and this was the day before my birthday, I kept telling her, like it's not letting me log in, that I this and that. And I was supposed to report to work, my first day of work, on my birthday. My first day of work was on my birthday, April 13th, and I couldn't log in. So I was like, you know, I think it's a problem on my end. I will try again later. And she ended up texting me back a little later, April 12th, and she said, hi, Sariana, you cannot report to work on Monday because you are missing a few things for training. I will contact you Monday so we can proceed with how to get these trainings completed for you. So mind you, my birthday is the next day, so I'm like, okay, she's gonna end up contacting me on my birthday. We finna get this all figured out. So my birthday comes and goes, all this drama going on, but I still had a good birthday. You know, no call back from her, and I'm like, what the freak, what's going on? So like on Wednesday or Thursday, that's when she ended up calling me, and she was like, she got busy. So I was like, okay. So basically, she told me to try it again, and she was like, I completed my hire paper and all that, and you know, she kept giving me these usernames and passwords. They didn't work. So she ended up finally giving me this one password and this different username, and it ended up working. And I was like, okay, it worked. So I did all that, and she finally texted me, and she was like, you are clear to report to work Monday, April 20th at 7:40 a.m. at the Cherry Plant. And I was like, period. Like I could finally go to work. So fast forward, first day of work, it was basically orientation all over again. Watching videos, doing this and that. Then they took us a tour on the plant of where we're gonna be working. And boom, we get done, and they're like, okay, you're not reporting to work. No, actually, they had my ID. It was like me and this other black boy. We had our ID. So they was like, okay, you gotta report to work tonight. And then I was like, okay, because I had my ID and everybody else had to wait a week to get the ID. So basically, that ID was made a week before I started, because remember I told y'all I was supposed to start it that first week, but I couldn't. So it was like, no, you're actually going to start work not tonight, but the night after that. And I was like, okay. So I come and I try my card. I tried my ID. It wasn't working at the gate. The whole first week, it was not working. I had to go to security. I had to let me in. And I'm like, I'm a new hire. I don't know why, but it's not working yet. And it was like, okay, it's going to be working. So Rewind a little bit. My first day at work, I come. I'm nervous as heck. It's 12:30 in the morning. I didn't eat. None of that. So they gave me all my material. My trainee come. She taking me and everything. Taking me and two other people. So we working and they put us on the line. So the line is you cutting chicken. So I get up there and it's like this tall thing. So I get up there and I'm about to cut chicken. And she was like, I'm gonna show you how to cut the chicken. So as she's showing me how to cut the chicken, I get like dizzy. And it's the same dizzy feeling when I'm taking a shower and it's too hot. It's too hot. And I end up feeling like I gotta pass out. So I'm getting this feeling. And I'm like, and I know my eyes was bucked because she looked at me and she was like, are you okay? You know, the mask, we wearing the mask and stuff. And I was like, yeah. I really was not okay. But I said, yeah. And she asked me again, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm dizzy. It feel like I'm finna faint. So she grabs me by my arm and she tells me to stand right here. So I'm standing off to the side and it's like this little thing where they put the chicken. And I'm leaning my head on it like this. And then this other trainee comes and she like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm dizzy. I feel like I gotta pass out. So she take me to this other little room with the lockers and stuff. And I'm like, I gotta pass out. And I got this big sweater on because I'm thinking it's gonna be cold. So this big sweater and then all this other material that they got us put it on just did not mix well. I was just too hot. It was too hot. So I'm telling her like I was like, hey, I need some water. Like, do y'all have water or anything like that? And she was like, yeah, just take all your stuff off. So I'm taking all my clothes off and my clothes is soaked and I feel dizzy again. I'm like, I'm finna pass out. So apparently I passed out. The lady said my eyes rolled back. I passed out. She's standing right here helping me take my clothes off and stuff. She's probably like this tall. She helping me take my clothes off and stuff. And I passed out into her. And she said I started like having a seizure and all that. And that's when she started yelling. And that's when I came to. And she like helped me up. Because I fell right into her. And she had to catch me. And then she was like, we're going to walk over here and sit down. So I sat on the floor. And that's when she was yelling and stuff. And that's when these dudes came in. One of the supervisors came in and stuff. And these other dudes. And she was like, she had a seizure. She passed out. Her eyes rolled back. So they was asking me like, am I okay? And I'm like, you know, I feel better now. And then she was like, no, her clothes are soaked. Like, she's soaking wet. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm just overheating. It just got too hot. So they was like, you know, do you need a wheelchair and stuff? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And the lady was like, I think she need a wheelchair. She literally just fainted and had a seizure. So I was like, no, I think I'm fine. Because I don't like a whole bunch of attention. And plus, it's my first day and I'm already embarrassed. And I'm telling them, I am so sorry. Like, I am so sorry. I felt so bad for this lady. Because she don't even know me. Like, we just met and I just fainted into her. Like, I was like, I am so sorry. And they was like, it's okay. It happens all the time. And I'm like, really? And they like, yeah, it happens all the time. People faint and pass out. And I'm like, so they ended up taking me to the nurse. Did my vitals. And they was like, you know, you might have to go home. So I did my vitals. I'm like, I really don't want to go home. Like, this is my first day. This is so embarrassing. So did my vitals. They asked me, do I have any medical history, anything? And I'm like, no, just asthma. So everything checked out and I went back to work. So I went on the line again and I felt getting dizzy again. And the same lady that I just fainted into was showing me, it was a different lady, her. She was showing me how to cut chicken and I'm finna pass out again. And I'm like, can I go get water? She was like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I just feel really dizzy again. So I go get water. Doom, fast forward. The next day comes and you know, my supervisors or trainees, everybody asking me like, how am I doing? How am I feeling? And I'm like, you know, I just overheated. I had a big sweater on. It was too hot. If that day was just super hot, because my trainee was even saying it was super hot up in there. And the next day they had it really cold up in there, and I'm like, maybe that's what they needed to do. But I said all this just to say, God really blessed me. God really blessed me with an amazing supervisor and an amazing trainees and all that, because I literally fainted, and the trainee, she literally saved my life, because if I would have fell and hit my head on the concrete or anything, and she even said that herself, if she wasn't right there, like, I would have literally like died or something. And the other lady that was helping me cut the first time, I'm blessed for her, because if she wasn't paying attention to me, she wouldn't have knew that, you know, I was feeling dizzy, because I didn't say nothing. I don't know, I just felt like it was gonna pass, but I didn't know this feeling before, but I just didn't think that my body was overheated. So yeah, I'm really blessed. And now, like, every day I'm at work, my supervisor, he always asks me like, am I okay? How do I feel? My trainee always asks me like every hour, do you feel all right? Like, how are you feeling? And stuff like that. Like, I'm really blessed. And the lady that literally saved my life, we say hi to each other. Every time I see her, I at least smile and wave. Like, I'm blessed. Like, I'm really blessed. I'm blessed. So that's the story of my first day working at Foster Farms. I passed out and I had a seizure. I almost died. But after the first day, everything basically was smooth sailing. After the first week, my body was hurting. It was in pain. But I just finished my second week. I only work Monday through Friday. Okay. Sometimes overtime. Okay. The pay is great. But I finished my second week. My back wasn't hurting. My feet don't hurt as much as the first week. And none of that. Like, my body is used to everything now. And I got my cutting down. The first day, I couldn't concentrate on cutting. I couldn't even cut. But the second day that they had me on cutting, I got it down. My second day, cut in front of my supervisor, cut the chicken in front of my supervisor, who was like, oh, you're doing a very good job. My trainee was like, you're really good. You know, they basically tell me like, I'm doing an amazing job. I'm a great employee, period. And you know, I just see myself going forward. I'm just really blessed. I'm blessed to be placed at Cherry Plant. But Foster Farms, on Cherry Plant, I work 8.5 hours each day. So that's 42.3 hours that I work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And yeah, night shift. I don't know, I'm just very blessed to have the co-workers and supervisor that I have. I'm really blessed, and I'm so thankful for them. Like, y'all do not understand, but I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned, y'all. Like, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna come back with some hot stuff, period. But I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope this coronavirus, COVID-19, disappears very soon. I know it probably won't, but I hope you guys are all at home staying safe. And the essential workers, I hope you guys are staying safe as well. Do as much as you can to protect yourself, and stay blessed, you guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.